Stradivarius after his Goodwood Cup win. What was your reaction to that effort? Back-to-back wins is a pretty special feat.
Yeah, not easy to do, and John Gosden's, obviously I've said it before, he's a genius at peaking horses for races. He gets them there, and he did it again at Goodwood. Andrea rode a great race, and he had a fairly easy time of it in the race, which is important, if you're thinking about running again, 3 weeks later in the Lonsdale.
And he showed remarkable sort of tenacity and courage, because he was a little bit lame after Ascot, but he's proven what an excellent stayer he is this year, and he's well on course for the bonus, of course.
Yeah, well, Ascot was a hard race at 2.5 miles. We didn't know if he'd stay or not, and that was the question mark. He's got a turn of foot, which is quite rare for a stayer, and the horse has a big heart, and he's very chilled, cool. Horse, if you watch him in the pre-parade or in the parade ring, nothing seems to bother him, which is probably why he's a good horse. It's just like a sportsman. The good ones, they can just, relax under pressure, and he does that, and he seems to know when he has to pass something late in the race. He does it on his own, and he knows he's got to get there. Andrea in that race gave him one smack in his hands and heels, and he picked up the other horse well. So. Hopefully, John said he came out of the race very well, much better than he came out of the Ascot race, where he did lose the shoe and he stood on his toe clip. So he's come out of this race much better, and touch wood, he's going to run well on Friday.
And have you thought beyond that for plans yet, or is it get that out of the way first?
No, let's just see how he goes, and then. John and I talk about it, and we'll think about. I would say he'll run one more race after that. It could be France or it could be Champions Day. We'll see.
And what's it like owning a horse like him? Is his progress surprised you this season? He's always had a lot of ability.
He came on a lot from what we thought he was early on. He improved, and winning the Queen's Vase, said he was a good horse, but when he beat Big Orange in the Goodwood Cup, then I knew he was a really good horse, and he was going to be able to compete. He's only a 3-year-old. He'd be able to compete with the best stayers. Knowing those staying horses, you're not really under pressure to retire them or stand them at stud, and with luck they go around the clock a few times. If you look after them, they go around the clock for 2 or 3 years afterwards. So from that sense, he's a once-in-a-lifetime type of horse. You can't get a horse like that very often that can run in those races and keep going and catch the public's imagination, And I do think the public, even though, commercially everybody wants to, breed sprinters and buy 2-year-olds to win at Ascot, the public actually enjoys watching the staying events more than most other races. And I've been lucky enough to have a couple of good stayers, just by default, really. I didn't plan it that way. So he's another one, and let's touch wood, like I say, he can keep on going and being the horse he is,